had fun today? Hey, sweetheart, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. How's our little guy?
Now I lay me down to sleep.
Looks like I'm stuck working late tonight. Probably won't be home until closer to 8.
Oh, that's okay. I have got a laundry list of emails to send out.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Yeah, you did great. We had so much fun today.
If I die before I wake,
Try over and
Howdy folks, Darren Ray Fonso here talking about injured workers and National COSH. They like to tell us they got the injured workers' backs and that they're fighting for our rights, and I'm here to tell you no they're not. And this video in particular is just to call them out on when they're having a video that they're making about what they're doing on COVID-19 for us on a national level, and how they're going to fight for our rights on a national level, and what they're doing for us on state levels on each state when it's minimum federal standards or injured workers need. And they're making this video, and they have a union representative from the garments union out of LA, Mr. Sanchez, Alex Sanchez. Kudos for doing a good union job. But I have to ask you, sir, when you're on these phone calls with National COSH, is you all ignore injured workers as required for minimum federal standards, and you're all going to tell us about safety. Sir, I'd like to ask that you please park your car and turn it off and maybe at least park it and have a conversation. Now, it may be legal to do what you're doing and have a conversation driving on down the road, but is it appropriate when you're talking about national safety and you're a Teamster and you're driving down the road and you've got lollygagging as you're trying to have this conversation, but you're trying to pay attention to the conversation at the same time? That's not safety, sir, and it's not appropriate. Might be legal, but it's not appropriate as a union member who's standing up and as a COSH representative and get for our national injured workers' rights and for safety on the job. But none of you, as you're sitting there and you're lollygagging around and at this meeting because you're apparently too fast and you can't slow down long enough to have a safety meeting. That's kind of what's the problem with America today. But nonetheless, I will share with you, and you can see how they, talking to us about safety, and they're talking to us about COVID, and this union member, who I was told to reach out to by a work comp attorney on one of our work comp sites for help for our injured workers, yet they ignore, and then not only they ignore, they go on a National COSH radio show and have a chance to ask a question they don't ask about our minimum federal standards for our injured workers. That's the problem. That's why we're failing the injured workers of America, and we're failing them because we have people that make inappropriate decisions such as this, that you're going to be a safety advocate and you're going to be a union rep, but you cannot get, and you all claim you're getting our voices heard, yet you can't get our voices heard. And you can't even, like I said, stop long enough to park the car and have a conversation. That's safety. Have a good day.
Bienvenidos. Welcome to everyone again. My name is Jessica Martinez, and I serve as the co-executive director for the National Council for Occupational Safety and Health, also known as National COSH. This is a bilingual event, so we will have translation available in English and Spanish. So, bienvenidos a todos. Mi nombre es Jessica Martínez y sirvo como la codirectora del Consejo Nacional de Salud y Seguridad Ocupacional. También somos conocidos como COSH. Este evento es bilingüe y vamos a tener interpretación disponible en inglés y español. For those of you who are new to the space of National COSH, that you know that we are a movement building network of 25 local coalitions known as COSH groups, which are committees or coalitions on occupational safety and health, typically composed of union and health safety activists, worker centers, public health professionals, family members of victims, injured workers, and others interested in worker health and safety. As a network, we are very dedicated to building the power of workers to assert their rights to earn their living with respect and to be free from harm and abuse. We do this through leadership development, education, organizing, advocacy, and taking action. So Our COSH network's guiding principle is that workers who are essential should be essential partners with employers and with policy and decision makers. And what and I want to, thank everyone here for joining us in this two-part event. Just to be clear, we'll have a media briefing and then a planning session for members.
Brief so that we can have several people over the next 10 minutes or so chime in with what can we do collectively through our network, or perhaps you have a question. I'm hoping that, I know Jessica is certainly still on, Jordan is still on, and perhaps some of the workers. So Alex, are you still on the call?
Yes, I am. Hi everybody. Great being on. One question, one comment. I'll start with the comment. We've out here in LA with the Garment Workers Center and in partnership with COSH, we've been able to establish public health councils to start engaging employers on changing culture in the workplaces and getting people safe. So I would advise folks to read up on public health councils and see if it'll work in their state, but it's an amazing partnership to be able to get workers engaged and employers engaged. My question is that I'm hearing that this ETS might be delayed because there's pushback from retailers that they might lose workers during the holidays, so they might push it till next year. Is there any truth to that?
So I'm going to just jump in because I know that Jordan had commented just briefly on that, and to say none of us know exactly when it will come out. I think we have fairly good hope/confidence that it is likely to come out next week and not be delayed. Now, granted, if there's some pressure on the administration at the last minute, we don't know. Sorry, if folks are able to mute just so that we don't have an echo, that'd be fantastic. So I don't think anybody on this call knows when it will come out, but Alex, to your point, we have to keep the pressure up. And part of the purpose of this call and engaging you is to keep pressure on the administration that we are not giving up on strong protections, but at a minimum, this ETS must come out and must come out now. So thank you for that question. I also want to second your comment about the worker councils in Southern California, as well as there's worker committees and councils being created all over the country. Southern California was one of the pioneers, also in Massachusetts, also in Houston with the wonderful Face District Worker Center and others, as well as in the New York Heroes Act. There are health and safety committees. You can learn all about that at the National Conference on Worker Safety and Health, which we'll talk about later. But I second your comment, Alex. Let's see who else wants.
Senator Brenner.
Present.
The funds are 100% federal funds. We are requesting the appropriation authority to expend those funds in order to meet operational needs. This is part of a broader request that we have made of the legislature and conversations that we have had relative to a total $71 million, all federal funds, in order to ensure that these services and these payments are continued to be provided and rendered.
Do any other members have questions at this time? Seeing and hearing none, are there any objections to this item? Seeing and hearing no objections, the item is approved. And that being the only item held today, we have no further business before the controlling board, and we are adjourned.
Road safety is a major public safety issue. A large proportion of road travel is work-related, and research shows that work vehicles are involved in accidents at a higher rate than private vehicles. The consequences of road accidents are well known. The economic costs of crashes are great, but even greater are the personal and social costs. Road accidents are a common cause of serious injury and death, and the impacts upon victims, their families, and workplaces are huge. In the workplace, driving needs to be treated in the same way as any other workplace safety issue. Responsibility for driving safety lies with both the organization itself and individual drivers.
Someone had fun today. Hey, sweetheart, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. How's our little guy?
Now I lay me down to
Looks
sleep.
like I'm stuck working late tonight. Probably won't be home until closer to 8.
Oh, that's okay. I have got a laundry list of emails to send out.
I pray the Lord my soul to keep.
Yeah, he did great. We had so much fun today.
If
Playing,
I die
playing
before I wake,